Hi, I'm DG from the DG Show, and you're watching the DG Show. Dun 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 dun. We got from Super Bowl to Super Max Prison, bro. The fate of Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, everybody knows, was once one of the best NFL players in the league, bro. Now he's in jail because he's crashed out, CTE. He was just on Aiden's stream a couple months ago, I think, or in the summertime or something like that. But now, hey, it's over with. He's in Supermax.
Today, he is...
It's crazy. You gotta think about it. You really went from the top of the top, million, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, to prison for dumb shit too, for fighting and shit, I think.
Facing 25 years in prison for attempted murder. A few years ago, he won a...
Murder? I didn't know he tried to murder some... Wait, I think I did. I seen it. He did try to murder somebody. He was just playing with Tom Brady too. The fucking GOAT. They just won a championship. Fucking fuck.
Super Bowl with the greatest quarterback of all time. Antonio Brown's downfall is so insane that if you wrote his life story as a movie script, it would be criticized for being too unrealistic. Sideline temper tantrums, threatening statements to reporters.
Wait, what did he say?
For being too unrealistic. Sideline temper tantrums, threatening statements.
Jesse Washington, wait till I see you, bro. We gonna see what your jaw like. Damn.
To reporters. Tweets that sound like they came from a third...
Kaylin Clark looks like she keep it hairy. What the fuck? Woo! This nigga got blocked by Kaylin Clark. Yo, what the fuck is his profile picture? This nigga's a freak.
13-year-old boy, celebrating losing $30 million, public meltdowns that nearly killed a child, and firing shots in a crowd of innocent bystanders. And on top of all of that, he brutally disrespected the only man who believed in him when nobody else did, Tom Brady. This is how Antonio Brown went from a future Hall of Famer to a Twitter troll facing prison time. A player like Antonio Brown was never destined to...
I think this is what's wrong with this nigga? Is it CTE from like the hard hits, or is he just like always just like this, bro? Cause Kyrie Irving, people try to say Kyrie is like the NBA equivalent of Antonio Brown. Kyrie Irving is very wholesome. He would never do some stuff like this. And they try to compare Kyrie and Kanye West to Antonio Brown. Like they try to put them three in like a same category. No, this nigga Antonio Brown is fucking mental.
To be a Super Bowl champion. He was drafted in the 6th round of the 2010 NFL Draft.
How many rounds
194 players were selected before him, and 21 of them were wide receivers, which is the same position he played. Most players selected this late pretty much never expect to play.
Fuck. Fucking ad, man. Get this shit off my screen.
Ooh, we got that reggaeton. Today, we're gonna be making beats you guys send me, okay?
Outside of practice. So when he arrived to the Pittsburgh Steelers practice camp, he did everything he could to make a good first impression to the coaches.
We're in practice every day, and he's torching our number one corners, like our top guys, and we're like, is this practice or
like this guy? Bro, Antonio Brown, he has the talent, bro. Like he just, I don't know, bro. We gotta watch the video, bro.
Like you don't naturally pay attention to a 6th rounder, but you notice him. Like when he's walking around, his focus, like his gaze is there. If somebody's speaking, he's really listening. You can feel him taking that in.
The very first time AB got his hands on the ball in an
NFL
game,
bro, he had the most iconic play. I think he got like a freaking touchdown in his first play, in his first ever game in the NFL, and he got like a fucking crazy run. And like, oh yeah, this nigga is serious. This nigga gonna be something dangerous.
He took it 97 yards for a touchdown.
I thought it was 94.
Despite the amount of talent he clearly had,
97.
Antonio spent a majority of his first season on the sideline. In his sophomore season, he got to play more, catching 69 passes, nice, and racking up over 1,000 receiving yards. He had also proven to be an exceptional kick returner, and was selected to take part in the 2012 Pro Bowl. By this point, he had proven himself to the Steelers, and they offered him a 5-year contract extension worth $42 million. By 2014, he was already ranked the 23rd best player in the league by his peers after putting up an impressive 1,500-yard season with 8 touchdowns. But somehow he managed to outdo himself the following year with nearly 1,700 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns. Antonio Brown was seemingly unstoppable, already on pace to become one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history. But then a single play drastically changed his fate.
Wait, what happened?
To the head, Lewis Harris is gonna be flagged for this on the hit on Antonio Brown.
During a playoff game, Cincinnati Bengals linebacker Vontaze Burfict violently charged into AB's
shit, that looked like it hurt. What the fuck?
Head, knocking him unconscious and giving him a severe concussion. This play was the catalyst for a handful of rule changes that still exist in the league to this day. Vontaze Burfict was also fined $50,000 and suspended for the first 3 games of the next NFL
why did he hit him so hard though?
season. Many consider this hit to be the moment that everything went wrong for Antonio, and that now he is suffering from the degenerative brain disease known as CTE. But it's not exactly that simple.
This nigga's a Thunder fan. This nigga look like Alex Caruso, bro. What the fuck? This nigga literally looks just like Alex Caruso, bro. Bring up a picture of Alex Caruso, and this nigga has a Thunder hat on, bro, with the same mustache, same like type of like head, you know what I'm saying, shape. Alex Caruso, bro, is this you?
Research suggests that CTE is associated with long-term exposure to repeated hits to the head. There is no strong evidence that shows that getting 1 or more concussions or other mild traumatic brain injuries or occasional hits to the head leads to CTE. Then again, AB has been taking hits to his head his whole life. This was just the biggest and most brutal of them all. But the biggest reason why people suspect Antonio Brown is suffering from CTE is because of his behavior. The Boston University CTE Center is one of the leading authorities on the condition and has affirmed that there is no way to diagnose CTE until someone passes away and their brain is examined by pathologists. However, they have published numerous...
So you telling me you can't find out if somebody has CTE until they die? That's crazy.
Studies that say becoming emotionally explosive, having a short fuse, or being out of control, physically violent, and or verbally violent is consistent with those suffering from CTE, and usually those symptoms occur slowly over the course of years. In a way, I think people secretly hope he is suffering from a degenerative brain disorder, because AB went from a focused, determined, and hard-working young man to a dangerous, violent asshole, destroying everything in his path. As I've gotten older, I sometimes think it's time to start taking my own health a little more seriously. I have a handful of different things to with worked in the 2016 playoff. Cracks began to show during the 2016 playoffs, when Antonio bizarrely chose to live stream inside of the locker room on Facebook after a win over the Kansas City Chiefs. In the live stream, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin
this nigga is so iconic, bro. This nigga, he look like an actor though, but he that one meme though.
Heard disparaging their upcoming opponent, the New England Patriots.
Let's start our preparation week. We spotted a day and a half. They played yesterday. Our game got moved to tonight. We're gonna touch down at 4 o'clock in the morning. So be it. We'll be ready for that. But you ain't gotta tell them they constantly coming. Because some of us here might not like the damn wolf stickers.
Ironically, you can hear guys saying to keep a low profile and stay off social media, not knowing AB was recording the whole thing.
Keep it tight. Cool on social media, man. This is about us, nobody else, man.
Everybody know about social media.
Now, I think we can all agree that this locker room talk is pretty mild, probably standard for most football teams, but it's more about the principle. Live streaming inside a locker room is not only a violation of privacy.
Yeah, bro, they be butt ass, and this is why I can't play. This is why I didn't make the NFL or the NBA, bro. I just didn't want to, because you gotta think about it, bro. These niggas be butt ass naked in the locker room, in the showers, and shit like that, bro. I just get uncomfortable, bro. That's just gay, in my opinion. Like, I'm not finna be butt naked around a bunch of men. You know what I'm saying, bro? Washing my balls, bro. Like, no, bro, no, that's not happening, bro. I can get my own shower, my own privacy. I'm not finna be naked around nobody, bro. Now, changing clothes is like, all right. You know what I'm saying? As long as I have my underwear on, I don't give a fuck. But I'm not showing my private. What's like, he's just casually, bro. That's gay. That's just nasty, bro. That's nasty. That's not it, bro. That's not it, bro.
But just an easy thing to not do out of respect. It was also revealed that AB had signed a $244,000 contract with Facebook to live stream on the platform, making you wonder where his priorities were.
So if I'm an NFL, what's that thing called? Like a coach or like a, the nigga that make the trades, bro. I'm like, bro, you want to sign a Facebook deal? That mean you don't care about the team. You already got money, and you know we're not supposed to be on social media. You don't even do that. What?
Antonio apologized for live streaming, and Coach Tomlin hinted that AB could find himself off the team if he didn't correct his behavior.
I definitely don't want that to be his story. I'm sure he doesn't want that to be his story. So he has to address.
Bro, this nigga's always mad. Always crashing out, bro. Look at this nigga, bro. I paused and said, look at this nigga face, bro. What the fuck, bro? This nigga look like a fucking evil villain, bro. Hell nah, bro. He like he smoke a lot of cigars like Michael Jordan. You know, them yellow eyes like Michael Jordan and shit.
These things.
The team did their best to look past the situation, and Antonio continued to dominate on the field. For the 2016 and 2017 seasons, AB was ranked as the 4th best player in the league, and in 2018 he was ranked 2nd overall.
Ooh, look at Tom Brady, man. Number 1. I don't really know a lot of them niggas, bro, but Drew Brees, Aaron Donald, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown.
Behind none other than Tom Brady himself, but this only seemed to inflate his ego and caused avoidable drama for the Steelers. He showed up to training camp in a helicopter and even arrived 4 hours late for an appearance at a children's hospital. He felt like he was the star of the team and would throw temper tantrums whenever he was treated as anything less than that, which started to cause friction between him and his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. Before the infamous hit, the offensive duo had great chemistry, and Antonio always spoke high.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
Bitch ass off my screen.
Highly of Ben.
Anytime you got a great quarterback, man, with 2 championship rings, a competitor like Ben, man, who says that, man, that just add fuel to the fire.
How is this nigga the quarterback? He's like tall as shit. I never understood that. Like, why is the quarterback dang near the tallest one on the team? Like, I feel like if you're like he that big, bro, you need to be working on your speed and strength, and you can be a freaking wonderback, a wide receiver or something.
And it's definitely gratifying, definitely humbling, and it's an honor to have him say that about me.
But things changed. During a regular season game against the Baltimore Ravens, Roethlisberger missed Brown, who was wide open in the middle of the field. AB walked back to the Baltimore Ravens. Roethlisberger.
I seen that damn shit. As soon as that popped up, I was like, oh yeah, this nigga wide open right there. I'm like, Antonio Brown right there.
Roethlisberger missed Brown, who was wide open in the middle of the field. AB walked back to the sideline and began having a meltdown, screaming at coaches and even flipping a water cooler in anger. Temper tantrums were normal at this point, with head coach Mike Tomlin saying, "This is not Antonio's first rodeo." Ben Roethlisberger was trying to be professional, but was clearly annoyed with his superstar receiver's behavior.
Hey, bro, I'd be mad too if I had an ass quarterback like that, bro. I'm wide open, you're not throwing me the ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best player. I'm the second best player in the league, and you're not throwing me the ball, bro. I'd be heated too, bro. No kidding.
He said, he's superhuman on the football field, and when that happens, it almost brings him back to being a mere mortal, if you will, because it gets in his head and it just messes with all of us a little bit. I'm not trying to call AB out, I just think this is causing a distraction that none of us really need. However, things were about to get so much worse, because Antonio went from causing slight distractions to committing real crimes.
We are following a developing story involving Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown. We've learned that he is facing a lawsuit in Florida. This is a civil suit.
After walking into his apartment in Miami, Florida, Brown made the shocking discovery that $80,000 in cash as well as his 9mm pistol were missing. He called the police alleging that the cleaning staff had stolen from him while he was away. However, the investigating officers did not make any arrests. The following day, Brown went into a fit of rage and began throwing furniture off the 14...
Wait, so who took his money and his gun? I mean, he gotta have cameras. He got cameras right there, so he gotta see who's in the
balcony.
house.
Surveillance footage shows items falling from the sky near the apartment building's pool area, nearly striking nearby tenants. One of these individuals was a small child who was nearly struck.
Come on, AB, bro. This nigga has to be on some drugs, bro. Bath salts or something. I don't know, bro, because you throwing stuff off the balcony knowing there's people down there, and then you hit a kid.
Multiple large vases that landed.
It's a baby, not even a actual baby can barely walk, bro. You hit that baby, bro, from that high up, that speed, bro. You might fuck around and end that baby. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Only a few feet away. Brown also broke mirrors, light fixtures, and punched holes in the walls, ironically totaling around $80,000 in property damage. Antonio was sued by the apartment complex for the cost of the repairs, as well as sued by the legal guardians of the toddler who was nearly hit. And even though this was a clear warning sign that something was deeply wrong with Antonio Brown, the Steelers organization continued to sweep his problematic...
But you gotta think about it at the same time, bro. Maybe he does have CTE. Y'all need to get this man some help, bro. Like, that should have been got him some help. Now you know what I'm saying? That shit got some help when they first seen the crash outs. Like, get him into some therapy. Get him into some team doctors that can, talk to him, calm him down, or something, bro. They could have been prevented this shit.
Behavior under the rug, mainly due to his unbelievable success on the field. However, it was reaching a tipping point where his antics and attitude were just too much to deal with. The following season, in a Week 2 game against the Kansas City Chiefs, Antonio became upset with his lack of targets. His frustration was visible on the sidelines as he refused to celebrate with his teammates after scoring, and he opted out of speaking to the media after the game. A former Steelers employee reacted to the situation saying, AB needs to thank his lucky stars because he was drafted by a team that had Ben, and Ben got AB paid. You know darn well he wouldn't put up those numbers for other teams. Rather than letting this comment roll off his shoulder, AB chose to throw more fuel on the fire, tweeting, "Trade me, let's find out." This tweet was quickly deleted, although the damage had already been done, and discussion surrounding Antonio's desire to leave the Steelers began to grow. From here, anyone who was critical of AB felt the wrath of his Twitter fingers. In response to a somewhat critical article about his off-field personality, Antonio would threaten the article's creator in a now deleted tweet. "Jesse Washington, wait till I see you, bro. We gon' see what your jaw like." But everything reached the point of no return in Week 17. In preparation for the final game of the regular season, the Steelers had a record of 8 wins, 6 losses, and a tie, and desperately needed a win to keep their playoff.
How do you tie an NFL game? What? I didn't even know you could do that. I thought you could only tie in like boxing or something like that.
Aspirations alive. Roethlisberger had become more critical of AB in the final stretch of the season, calling him out directly in team meetings and demanded he be removed from practice. An insider said, "Wednesday in practice, I heard he ran the wrong route. Big Ben threw the ball on the ground, said, 'Get him out of here. Get somebody else in there.' And that's when AB was at his boiling point, and that's when he went off. This moment sent AB into another fit of rage, yelling profanities at his quarterback and even threw a ball at him in anger. Antonio left the facility shortly after and did not practice again for the rest of the week. When asked about his absence, Coach Tomlin did his best to cover up the situation and blamed issues with his knee for his lack of participation. Brown was expected to play in the upcoming game, but when he realized he had been benched, he left the stadium at halftime. At this point, the relationship between AB and the organization was destroyed.
So he said, "I'd rather not play at all than come off the bench." He's like, "I'm not coming off the bench, bro."
And Antonio officially requested a trade out of Pittsburgh. And even though this was bad, in the next couple of years, AB was about to destroy his reputation in the NFL permanently.
Bro, what's up with these ads? I don't even watch Star Wars.
You're not ready.
The Las Vegas Raiders chose to trade for him in March of 2019. The Raiders hoped that a new system could allow AB to return back to his roots with a drama-free environment where he was basically the #1 guy. But it did not work.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. What the fuck is his haircut? I'm not even trying to hate, but like literally, what the fuck is this? I don't know if it's like a little fade. I don't know what this shit is right here. What's in the back? That shit, hey, they should have known this nigga had CTE when they seen this shit. When they seen him walk in the stadium facility, practice with this shit right here. Oh yeah, call the doctors. Hello. Yeah, we need to run some tests on this nigga Antonio Brown. Just came in here, looking like fucking I don't know what, like a fucking stepped on piece of Oreo or some shit.
While preparing for the 2019 season, it was revealed that Antonio had gotten severe frostbite on his feet.
Ooh, fuck. That shit looks terrible, bro. I be having that shit on my feet too, but not frost. I don't have frostbite. my feet, I be having like a bunch of dead skin too, but not that much. Like I be having some dead skin sometimes. I just peel it off. Not that much.
After entering a cryotherapy chamber with improper footwear, causing him to miss almost the entirety of training camp. Already making headlines for the wrong reasons, Antonio would be extremely unprofessional when he made his way back onto the field.
What type of mohawk is that?
Old preferred helmet model, the Shut Air Advantage, had been recently banned from the NFL, meaning that AB would have to find a new approved model to use for the season. When given his new helmet, Antonio began loudly voicing his displeasure and stormed out of the facility in anger. He claimed that his new helmet was obstructing his vision and making it difficult for him to reliably catch balls, so he repeatedly attempted to sneak his old helmet onto the field. He even tried to paint it to match the Raiders' silver and black color scheme, but eventually was caught and forced to use an approved helmet. Frustrated, Antonio threatened to retire if his demands were not met, and after weeks of back and forth, AB finally caved in and agreed to wear an approved helmet for the upcoming season. But the drama was far from over. Due to repeated unexcused absences at practices, AB was fined $13,000 by the team. He posted to Instagram, "When your own team wants to hate, but there's nothing stopping me now. The devil is a lie. Everyone gotta pay this year, so we clear." The leaked document reveals that he had also been fined another $40,000 and warns of future infractions if his behavior doesn't change. The following day, AB confronted Raiders GM Mike Mayock about his decision. He began cursing out the man who signs his paychecks, threatened to assault him, and repeatedly called him a cracker. As things escalated, he had to be held back by teammates before breaking free, punting a football, and yelling, "Find me for that." Antonio initially apologized for his behavior until he realized that $29 million in guaranteed money was voided from his contract.
Damn. By fining Antonio Brown $215,000, $215,073.53 last night for conduct determined detrimental to the team on September 4th, the Raiders voided the $29.125 million worth of guaranteed money in his deal per league sources. Damn. So he lost. So not only did he lose the $215,000 because he got fined, they also took the $29 million that he was guaranteed. So that's tough.
Because of his behavior. He said, "I have worked my whole life to prove that the system is blind to see talent like mine. Now that everyone sees it, they want me to conform to the same system that has failed me all those years. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm just asking for the freedom to prove them all wrong. Release me, Raiders." At this point, any logical person thinks he's got to be losing his mind, right? Because his argument just doesn't make any sense. Antonio is acting like the NFL was similar to being trapped in a prison or locked into a corrupt industry with no way out. Wearing an approved helmet, showing up to practice, not threatening the general manager, these are bare minimum expectations of a professional workplace. And in exchange, he'd get tens of millions of dollars in guaranteed money. Antonio was turning minor inconveniences into existential battles, and as a result, the team would grant his request, and he was released that same day.
Bro was happy as hell. Oh, this is the clip they was talking about earlier when they said he got happy because he lost $30 million. Like, that's crazy.
Grandma,
you got that much money. I guess you don't even matter for real.
free me! They freed me, Grandma! Oh, God, it's the greatest.
My guy acting like he got out of prison. I've never seen someone so happy after losing $30 million. In his time with the Raiders, Antonio never suited up for a regular season game, yet he managed to create nothing but drama and problems for the
So he didn't even play a game for the Raiders?
Organization. With his track record, you would think that no team would be willing to give him a shot. That was until the greatest quarterback of all time saw potential in him that nobody else did.
It's extremely real. A one-year deal for Antonio Brown with the New England Patriots. Yes, actually, the New England Patriots. It's a one-year deal with up to $15 million.
AB.
Hey, let's see, can Tom Brady get that nigga in check, bro? Fun fact. Me and Tom Brady share the same birthday, bro. Tom Brady is my twin. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? We locked in, bro.
he had yet another opportunity to play in the NFL, this time with the reigning Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Tom Brady himself was one of the main reasons the team decided to bring him onto the roster, and Tom even offered to let AB stay at his house until he got settled in New England.
See, Tom Brady was like, Disney, he like, I don't care about all the other stuff. He can play. I need another ring. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stack my legacy even more. I'm already the GOAT, but this nigga been on my team, give me another championship. Oh yeah. Or what they call it, Super Bowl. I don't know. I keep saying championship is NBA, Super Bowl.
Fortunately, Antonio failed to prove that he was nothing more than just a locker room cancer. Just a few days after signing, Antonio would be named in a lawsuit in which a former trainer alleged that he had SA'd her multiple times in 2017 and 2018.
Whoa! I think that's an R. I think that's an R, and that's P right there. What does that mean?
Through his lawyer, Brown would deny these allegations, claiming that all encounters between the two were consensual. The Patriots did acknowledge the suit and stated that they would be awaiting the results.
Bro, at that point, bro, you got all that money, bro. Just go, like, literally, bro. Not even, like, literally just go you can get any girl you want. Like, you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, force your way into a girl. You got that much money, $1,000 or $5. You know, sometimes you, with motion like Antonio Brown, you don't even have to pay. You just go find a bad B, get what you want for free, just because you Antonio Brown, and she gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
The pending investigation before making a decision. This meant that AB would get the chance to play for the Patriots, appearing in a Week 2 matchup against the Miami Dolphins. However, this would be the only game Antonio Brown ever played in a Patriots jersey, as a handful of other allegations were right around the corner. In a story posted by Sports Illustrated, nearly 24 individuals who worked closely with Brown were interviewed and talked about their experiences with the former All-Pro talent. One individual alleged AB of misconduct and described a similar experience as his previous accuser. AB would make the situation worse when he sent a
really sad you would make a bullshit story to the world. Thought you had more integrity and respect for yourself. Must be really hard times for to make up some stuff for money. Super sad. Just a girl who finished my painting in my room from blank Super Bowl broke girl with a lot of kids. Such a shame. This her and text Eric B. Let's look up her background history, see how broke this girl is from blank. Basically cried broke for opportunities. I let paint my room, couldn't finish. I flew out. Now to hear this so sad. Yes sir, we will do that. I don't know what none of that shit means, bro.
Series of threatening text messages towards the
so he's calling her broke. The girl that he came, the girl that he, I guess, like, hired to paint his house or something, or paint some room, or paint a painting or something. He called her broke. She got a lot of kids. It's very shameful, and she's lying about something just for get money. And I'm guessing he's texting like his lawyer or something right there.
Accuser, where he just repeatedly called her broke, suggesting that she was desperate for a payout, and even sent pictures of her own children. Even
Antonio Brown. So he sent a picture of kids. Those are kids, and IG Eric, she's awfully broke, clearly. Dang. Clearly, it's crazy. According to the post, she was going for a Meek Mill. Really? I can reach out to his team tomorrow and see if anyone knows her. She sounds like a celebrity groupie. Wow.
Though they had nothing to do with the matter. The Patriots officially had enough, and they chose to release AB shortly after these texts were leaked. In less than a year, AB had been kicked off 3 NFL teams. No matter how talented he was, his off-the-field antics were too risky to deal with. He was initially hoping to sign with another team, but then he changed his mind and announced his retirement. But then he changed his mind again a few days later and announced that he's not
or just changed his mind every couple of days. Do I want to retire? I don't want to retire. I do want to retire. I don't want to retire. I'm tired. I'm not tired. She doesn't know.
Tiring. But there were still no teams willing to sign him. From there, Antonio made headlines after getting into a domestic dispute with the mother of his children. Bizarrely, AB chose to live stream the police investigation to his Instagram, in which he verbally berates both his ex and the officers.
Thought you was taking them to school, sir. She's supposed to take the kids to school. She came here to steal a car. She's staying at a hotel. Ask her where she's staying. I got 2 more other kids somewhere shooting.
Bro, why do I keep getting these ads, bro?
No.
Then again, maybe this was just a part of his rollout for his rap career, because AB dropped 5 songs in January of 2020, starting with the single Whole Lot of Money that went viral for how bad it was. And I guess now that he had a new rapper persona, becoming violent would add to the brand, because he had a warrant put out for his arrest after he assaulted a delivery driver.
That's when a delivery driver tried to deliver some of Brown's items from California. Police say Brown apparently refused to pay, threw a rock at the delivery truck, caused some damage to it. The driver agreed to come back, and the driver said that Brown then grabbed him and pulled on him, causing some scratches on him. Police were called. When they arrived, investigators say Brown went into his home and did not come out.
With charges of burglary, battery, and criminal mischief, Brown turned himself into the police.
Wow.
In court, prosecutors argued that AB was a danger to society,
They call this nigga a menace to society, bro. That's crazy.
risk, and requested that he remain in custody until his trial's conclusion. While he lucked out and was able to walk out of jail on a $100,000 bond, he wasn't free of consequences. He received 2 years of probation and a $1.2 million fine, but it's all good.
This nigga is so stupid, bro. A nigga that has all the talent in the world, all the capabilities to be the best NFL, the best wide receiver of all time at least. And just throwing money away like it's nothing, bro, because he want to be stupid. He's doing dumb stuff, bro, that's costing him millions and millions and millions. Literally 30 million, thousands. You know what I'm saying?
Because he's got a whole lot of money. Because of his never-ending bad behavior, the NFL handed him an 8-game suspension for violating their personal conduct policy. Since he was not on a team, that meant if he did eventually get signed, he would have to sit out of the first 8 games before being able to play. And while you might think that this would only dissuade teams from bringing him in, you'd be mistaken, as Tom Brady once again came to the rescue for Antonio Brown. AB signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the 2020 and 2021 season. His former Patriots teammate Tom Brady had recently joined the team as well, and was the
Tom Brady just, man, the GOAT, bro.
Main advocate to bring him in, and Brady once again offered him a room at his home to make sure AB was taken care of. And even though everyone thought this would be a disaster, it was actually the total opposite. After serving his suspension, AB had a productive season on the field, but more importantly, he managed to stay out of trouble. To top it all off, he even caught a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl, helping the Bucs secure the Lombardi Trophy. AB did what many thought was impossible. He put football first, and as a result, he won the trophy that every football player dreams of. This should have been a moment of reflection.
Oh, bro, he could have been the GOAT, literally.
For him, that despite all of the nonsense off the field, he could remain focused and prove himself as still the best in the game. Many assumed that he had changed for the better and we were about to see one of the most legendary redemption arcs of all time. But actually, this was just about to be the end of his football career. In the following season, Brown was suspended for 3 games for submitting a fake COVID vaccination card with the league. In response, Buccaneers head coach Bruce Arians implied that AB's time with the team was up in the air.
The league did their due diligence, and we move on.
Bro,
I will
nobody
not
wants to
address
keep this
those
nigga, bro. That's
guys
kind of sad, bro.
for the next 3 weeks. They'll just be working
And
out.
it's not even the craziest thing he done. All he did was submit a fake COVID test or whatever. Like, and y'all some, are we ready to move on from that? Really? I mean, I guess during the time, this was during COVID. And this is like 2021. This is 2021. 2021, it wasn't really like that bad. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I can see why. But that's crazy still.
And then we'll
COVID was really like 6 years ago, bro. 5-6 years ago. That's crazy.
That's their future at that time.
Shortly after returning, Antonio was seen having another meltdown on the sideline, taking off his jersey, throwing his shoulder pads to the ground in anger, and jogging off the field. This was the last time Antonio Brown ever stepped on an NFL field. After the game, head coach Bruce Arians confirmed that this was the final straw.
What happened to Antonio Brown? Did he quit? I've never seen a guy leave a field like that, and is this the last strike for him?
He is no longer a Buck.
Arians tried to get Brown to go in again, and he refused, which is when Arians told Brown to leave. AB claimed that he refused to go in due to an ankle injury he had been forced to play through. I took a seat on the sideline, and my coach came up to me, very upset, and shouted, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" I told him, "It's my ankle," but he knew that. It was well documented, and we had discussed it. He then ordered me to get on the field. I said, "Coach, I can't." He didn't call for medical attention. Instead, he shouted at me, "You're done. gun while he ran his finger across his throat. Coach was telling me that if I didn't play hurt, that I was done with the Bucks.
What? The coach is a fucking L, bro. Like, Antonio Brown is, fucked up too, but bro, he's injured and you're not gonna give him help, first of all. And then you're gonna say you don't play and then you're off the team. That's fucked up, bro. He's literally injured, bro. His ankle is hurt.
While MRIs did prove that AB was playing through an injury, Arians denied his story and claimed he had no idea his ankle was hurt.
He told you! Bro, this nigga is a snake! That bitch ass coach, bro. I don't like when you try to do niggas wrong, because clearly Antonio Brown has mental issues, bro. Clearly, bro. You gonna try to take advantage of him like that?
AB had burned every bridge and destroyed all goodwill with the public. Nobody had any reason to believe him or come to his defense. So from there, Antonio Brown had officially been relegated from NFL superstar to social media influencer and wannabe rapper, posting endlessly on his Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, which only opened up a wide open door of opportunity to keep getting in trouble. While staying at a hotel in Abu Dhabi, AB was filmed harassing a woman in the hotel's pool. He can be seen flashing the woman and shoving his private parts into the woman's face. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to show, but he jumped at...
AB! Was she laughing though? I feel like, bro, is she laughing, bro? How is it, you know what I'm saying, SA if he's literally laughing? Like she's going, you know what I'm saying?
Of the pool and stuck his butt in her face. Then he began picking her up and throwing her into the pool. Then as she was swimming away, he flashed his manhood to everyone in the pool. The woman quickly reported him to hotel staff and he was asked to leave shortly after. Antonio claimed that the situation was taken out of context and that she took off his bathing suit and that the media was targeting him. A few months later, a warrant for AB's arrest was issued in Tampa Bay. Antonio was accused of locking the mother of his children outside of her home, tossed her belongings out of a window, threw a shoe at her, and even threatened to shoot her. While these charges were dropped shortly after, it was clear that his mental health was declining more and more as the days went on. But perhaps the most clear indication of how destructive AB is was when he bankrupted an entire football franchise. The arena football team, Albany Empire.
We have got to the point where a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is based
Empire was in desperate need of funding. The organization chose to ignore Antonio's past and bring him in as an owner. He paid $350,000 for a 47.5% ownership stake in the team, and problems arose immediately, as players began noticing that payments were not being processed on time. As a result, some players contemplated sitting out of an upcoming game, however they changed their minds after being shown proof of payment. Everything seemed to be fine until the game had ended and they returned to their hotels, where they discovered their room keys no longer worked. According to the staff at the hotel, Brown had intervened and had their rooms canceled in retaliation for their issues with payment. The team's ownership partners already began regretting their decision to bring Antonio on and attempted to buy him out of his share, but Antonio refused to go anywhere and continued to skimp out on payments to the players, staff, and to the league. This was a violation of league policy, and the Albany Empire team was kicked out of the National Arena League as a result. It was at this point that whatever reputation AB had left was completely destroyed. Not only were teams unwilling to sign him, but no one in their right mind would be willing to do business with him either. The only thing he still had going for him was his online troll persona, which managed to keep himself relevant on his way spiraling down to rock bottom. He found himself in controversy after sharing an AI-generated image of himself making out with
Move over, Gisele, what these Swifties talking about?
Taylor Swift. He made headlines
ESPN, what the hell?
For celebrating Morgan Wallen, calling him Cracker of the Day after he was arrested for throwing a chair off a balcony. Referencing his similar run-in with the law, AB said, "We got a lot in common." He was blocked by WNBA star Caitlin Clark after making an inappropriate comment that many have described as harassment. After getting blocked, AB doubled down.
She keeps it hairy. Repeated. When did a bush become a bad thing? Did we cancel the bush? Make bushes great again. CT ESPN. Yo, AB, bro, why are you, bro, Caitlin, bro, click, bro. He said this to Caitlin Clark for what, though? Like, bro, me personally, bro, Caitlin Clark is not attractive, bro. Like, why is she, like, what?
on his comments and questioned why she was offended. But the worst of them all, a true testament of how low AB was willing to go for some internet clout, is how he disrespected the one man who believed in him when nobody else did, Tom Brady.
Brady can't do shit by himself, but you guys gonna make it seem like he just this horror guy. Bro, we're all humans, bro. We all dependent on someone else to do the job. How'd he help me? Would he help my career to come back?
No,
because
like
they helped
letting you
him.
stay at his house and
Bro, stay at his house. I got my own money, bro. You guys know who I am?
I like the fact that
I don't need to stay at no one's house. I got my own house.
Okay, so then why'd you stay at his house, bro? You can't disrespect Tom Brady like that, Antonio Brown. I'm not going for that shit, bro. Why you stay in his house then? If you got your own money then, bro. Why you buy you a new house in fucking Tampa, bro?
Guys do that to influence you guys in the publicly, like, oh, he's at Tom's house, then he may be a good guy.
Right.
But I thought I was a good guy. I was a great football player. That's why you guys know me, right?
Tom Brady attempted to save AB's career twice. One time in New England and the second time in Tampa Bay. After AB was kicked off the Buccaneers, he still supported him. Tom said, "I think everybody should hopefully do what they can to help him in ways that he really needs it. We all love him. We care about him deeply. We want to see him be at his best. And unfortunately, it won't be with our team. But we have a lot of friendships that will last. I think everyone should be very compassionate and empathetic towards some very difficult things that are happening." Despite Tom unapologetically supporting Antonio at his lowest moments, when Tom Brady's divorce made headlines, AB posted a bunch of photos mocking Tom with his now ex-wife Giselle, and began frequently insulting Tom on social media whenever he got the chance. He even—
What the fuck? You can't be disrespecting a GOAT like that, bro. It's my twin, bro. You can't be disrespecting Tom Brady like that, Antonio fucking Brown. Tom Booty. What?
Leaked a private text conversation with Tom where Brady is giving AB some much needed but honest tough love.
So he said, so this is Tom Brady. This is what Tom Brady sent to Antonio Brown. "You are demonstrating very poor decisions and poor communication to so many people who have gone above and beyond to help you. You are acting selfish, and unfortunately many of those people are exhausted by the erratic and unpredictable emotional behavior. When I met you, you were humble, willing to learn and anxious to improve things in your life. In a short period of time, you have done those things and accomplished some great things, and very much on the path to success to long term. Unfortunately, you have reverted very much back to a young, immature man that is selfish, self-serving, irrational, and irresponsible. I, for one, am disappointed in many behaviors over the past few months. You have seemed to have lost that humility and that APG. You have gone from hanging around good quality people that have genuine interest in seeing you succeed to seeing others whose lives are erratic and out of control and leading you down a negative path." Hey man, W messed for Tom Brady, bro. He was trying his best, bro. Like Tom Brady, I know Tom Brady's a really good guy. He really tried to help this man. He really cared about this man through all the shit that, you know, Antonio Brown tried to fucking do it when Tom Brady got divorced. He still tried to beat her from him, and just he didn't say nothing bad about him, bro. He just like, "Hey, bro, I see what you're doing, bro. You have potential. You're doing good. And now the people you hanging around with kind of fucking you up." He trying to like, "Hey, come on, lock back in." But why are you even posting this some whole ass nigga shit? Like, why are you posting private messages on your fucking Snapchat story, bro?
Calling him selfish, irrational, and irresponsible. AB would frequently provoke Tom with fake nude pictures of his wife and offhanded comments over the next few years. However, in 2024, AB surprisingly apologized for his actions towards Brady and
So now you wanna apologize. AB X Tom Brady, love my teammate and friend, CTESPN. He helped me out the mud, and I'm forever grateful for him. I'm sorry for all my side of everything. Super Bowl champs.
Posted a recording of a phone call where Tom had accepted his apology. "Love my teammate and friend. He helped me out the mud, and I'm forever grateful for him. I'm sorry for my side of everything." But unfortunately, Antonio Brown would finally get himself in a situation that he could not simply apologize for. One that may land him in federal prison for a very long time. During a boxing event hosted by Aiden Ross, AB claimed that he was jumped by multiple people who tried to steal his jewelry, and stated that he would be taking—
I seen this. It's like, yeah, this wasn't that long ago.
—legal action against his assaulters. But a month later,
if you get stuck,
bro, another fucking ad.
Get a song started.
Who is this nigga? I don't even make music. Do I like a rapper to you, nigga?
Later, a warrant for his arrest was filed on charges of attempted murder. Antonio failed to mention that during the scuffle, he had stolen a security guard's gun during the encounter and fired multiple shots at his alleged attackers.
Damn.
From there, AB antagonized the Miami police on Twitter, and he fled the country, traveling to Dubai to hopefully evade charges back in the States. But in November, he was finally arrested in Dubai and extradited to the United States to face his attempted second-degree murder charge. AB faces up to 25 or 30 years in prison if found guilty, and he awaits trial to this day.
Damn.
He and his team recently motioned for dismissal, claiming that he was just standing his ground in self-defense, even though in the clip you can see him chasing after his attackers. But even if AB manages to dodge this conviction, it's only a matter of time before he finds himself in serious trouble again. Antonio Brown was given more second chances than anyone with his reputation deserved. The reality is that he was never willing to truly hold himself accountable for his behavior that was at best childish and annoying, or at worst life-threatening to others. Now, if we were talking about your random social media influencer or C-list actor, then maybe this wouldn't be so shocking. But Antonio Brown had a genuine chance of being one of the greatest NFL wide receivers of all time, and most definitely would have been a Hall of Famer, let alone the hundreds of millions of dollars that he would have made along the way. Imagine someone choosing to be a Twitter troll with a growing criminal record over being a sports legend who could be filthy rich and inspire a generation to follow their lead. When times got tough and he didn't get his way, AB quit and blamed everyone else but himself. That's his legacy. In a weird way, I hope we can blame his downfall on CTE, because then it might make sense. Otherwise, it's just pathetic. But this type of self-destruction isn't entirely unique to AB. It reminds me a lot of Conor McGregor, someone who got countless opportunities to change, but eventually found himself guilty of crimes. But if you want to hear more about that, check out this video.
Hey man, let's go and do it, man. Make sure y'all like the video. Comment down below, like, bro, like, I don't even know. Just comment down below. What is the craziest thing that you think Antonio Brown has done in his career in this video? Or like something that you just, that wasn't in the video? And let me know down below what y'all think, man. Like the video, share it. Have a good day, man. Peace, guys.